Vote in November, we may see fresh faces at the polls, which could be a problem. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Lisa Hughes.
And I'm Brandon Truitt. David and Courtney are off tonight. Research by the nonpartisan OSET Institute found unprecedented turnover of election supervisors nationwide. WBZ's Louisa Moller looks at the reasons why they're leaving and what it means.
Some are pre-kitted, so they're like this, but minus these manila envelopes.
Haverhill City Clerk Caitlin Wright showing the mountains of paperwork needed every time there's an election.
Everything gets 3 labels, and then they come and they get sorted here by ward and precinct.
Wright and her staff of 7 work long hours and weekends well before election time to avoid getting buried by it.
Otherworldly, in a sense, in the workload.
It's because of the Votes Act, passed by the Massachusetts legislature in 2020, which enacted universal vote by mail and automatic voter registration.
The state is sending out postcards to people in every state election, so those have to get time-stamped. They have to get entered into the system, filed by ward and precinct, and then alphabetically by last name.
And Wright says it could be what's driving clerks out of the job. As of January 2024, 42% of Massachusetts election administrators in 147 jurisdictions left their posts since 2020, according to the Bipartisan Policy Center, more than the national rate of 36%. And filling the gaps, new administrators like Wright, who took over for Haverhill's longtime clerk in 2023.
But I know that she was tired after the last presidential election.
New blood in the elections process may not be a bad thing, but some, like election administration researcher Eddie Perez, says it can come with a lack of experience.
I think that's one of the risks going into this election, again, is the combination of the fact that there may be unanticipated contingencies that newer people are less aware of, and coupled with the very, very distorting effect of all of the scrutiny and social media and everything that goes with it. That can just be a bad mix.
And while other states have seen threats against their election officials, the Massachusetts Secretary of State says no threat against a clerk has been prosecuted here between 2020 and the present.
Wright, who's been with the clerk's office since 2021, says it still weighs on their minds.
So we are definitely hyper vigilant on things. I mean, the post office has sent to all clerks, you know, what to look for in a suspicious package.
But she has contingencies for that and more.
We have an auto mark machine, which is a handicap accessible.
Even as she feels the weight of a looming presidential election.
But it is nerve-wracking because there's a lot at stake here.
In Haverhill, Louisa Moller, WBZ News.